In the Bible, we find one of the most beautiful appeal from God. It says, "Today, if you hear His voice, harden not your heart." Would you like to spend this day with God? Listen to this devotional.
This Day with God, a devotional by Ellen G. White. Gather up the fragments. Gather up the fragments that remain, that nothing be lost. John 6, verse 12. This morning, or rather at 12 o'clock, I arose to adjust my blinds, which were being blown by the wind. And I found the manuscript which I was to read before leaving on the 6 o'clock train for San Francisco, where I am to unite with Elder Corliss in labor during their week of prayer. With this manuscript was a letter from you to WCW, which I read at midnight. This letter was of special interest to me, and after reading it, I could not think of sleeping, so I dressed and am in my writing chair at this moment. I have felt more grateful than I can express for this present refuge for me in my old age. I do not feel any older than I did 20 years ago, but I do not count upon many years now, and I have a great desire to accomplish a work in preparing my writings, so that, if I am suddenly removed, they will be in a proper shape for others to handle them, and thus carry out the oft-repeated instructions to me. Gather up the fragments, let nothing be lost. Here we have an abundance of fruit of all kinds. Our surroundings are very agreeable and pleasant to look upon. We have an abundance of pure water from the everlasting hills, and grapes in abundance. I will write no more now, but I hope you will both be situated where for a time you will not have to strain every nerve and muscle to their highest tension. It is not best to be in any way presumptuous. The Lord desires His worn servants to have a chance to be situated where they will have an opportunity to express with pen and voice the advantage of a broad experience without sacrificing their lives in the effort. By precept and example, men should be educated to bear the strain of labor, and those who have hitherto borne the burdens should preserve the life God has given them to voice His word. This is the way, walk ye in it. I will leave this right here. My watch says that it is 3 o'clock. In love, Ellen G. White.